and, at the end of the day, in having a business that's fun.
Hey, this is Dave D., Chief Marketing Officer at GKIC. Welcome back. I've got Dan Kennedy here. We're talking about how you can generate and convert more leads like crazy. We have so many folks that are jumping on board, joining the Ultimate Lead Generation Funnel. We've got, look at all the folks from Canada there, Dan. We have Aldemar E. from Canada, Barry M. from Canada, Kieran R. from Canada, Daryl M. from Canada, Eason S. from Canada. Then we've got Mike C. from Houston, Texas, Paul D. from Australia, another Linda V. from Canada, James from Connecticut, and on and on and on. And so, Dan, folks are just really embracing this, which is fantastic, which they should be, because I can't think of something more important than generating leads and converting those leads into customer clients and patients.
Canadians, that would be hockey.
Hockey.
But this is second most important.
Now, here's the thing. There is only 1 hour left to
push the damn button.
Push the damn button. Because after this hour, yes, you'll still be able to get the Ultimate Lead Generation Machine, but what you won't be getting is the special bonus of the classic, complete Dan Kennedy Midas Touch marketing program, which includes Midas Touch direct marketing, Midas Touch selling, and Midas Touch marketing. Again, that was 12 cassettes. And for people, cassettes were the little plastic things you put them in. And Dan, you still use a cassette, right? In your Rolls Royce.
The Rolls Royce has a cassette player in it. Dean's Rolls Royce.
And it only plays.
It only plays Dean Martin cassettes.
Dean Martin cassettes. So we've actually turned these into MP3s. And some folks have been asking. They came on late and they've been asking, hey, how do I get these? Once you push the damn button and you get the Ultimate Lead Generation Machine, we are going to send everyone who has bought during this program or before this program a link so you can instantly download those MP3s. But again, that goes away at the end of this hour.
Darcy, when are we doing that? When are we sending them their link?
When are we sending the link, Darcy?
End of the day today.
End of the day today, all right? So you're going to get it today, but only if you invest in the program today. Okay.
And by the way, that program includes the coolest lead generation ad
ever. It is so fun. It is so fun.
Includes the coolest lead generation ad.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what Gary called that? The horny Halbert ad.
The horny Halbert ad.
Horny Halbert ad.
It's great. It's a great ad.
It is. It is fantastic. All right. So we've got a question here from Fianna Setcher. Fianna, I'm sorry if I'm botching your name there, but they're purposely giving me hard names here. She says, my target market is professional services providers such as coaches and consultants. Will this training describe how to select the list for direct mail and where to find online traffic for this market?
Both,
absolutely.
Both?
Right.
Again, you're now B2B, right? Which does have slightly different dynamics than does B to consumer. But basically, there certainly are those lists available within those categories that are also known buyers, known subscribers, a lot of information known about them. There's really only two ways to get a list. So one is somebody's already assembled it, right? And you are able to rent it, you are able to buy it, you are able to access their information and compile it. So in you could do the same thing today. In 1978, I did niche info marketing to professional speakers. Okay, so she's talking about consultants, I did it to speakers. I did nothing more than take the National Speakers Association directory, which essentially is a list, cross out people in certain categories that, like a humor speaker, is not somebody I could really help, winnow the list down, and market to them.
Right.
So, so you either access the list somebody's got through renting, buying, accessing, partnership, joint venture, affiliate, etc., or you create a list by your own lead generation. And again, in her category, there's media they read,
God.
there's places they go, there's ways we can reach out to them, put a good lead generation magnet in front of them, get them to come to us, and essentially put themselves on our list.
Yeah, and the question is really important, and maybe we didn't explain it well enough. This takes you from everything that you need to know about lead generation, from getting that list to creating the lead generation magnet, to putting them through a funnel, and then all the way through the conversion process. This is complete A to Z. Complete A to Z. All right, so we have another question here. This comes from Rob Julian. Rob says, what ways would you begin to list select and start to build a targeted list of prospects without simply mailing to everyone? Rob Julian.
Well, I might mail to everyone
Okay.
if that was the only option available.
Okay.
And again, I would want to do a strong lead generation magnet matched to exactly who I wanted to pull out of the haystack, right? But there's probably a better way for whatever scenario he's in and pretty much everybody else's scenario. So you now, again, you look at who has already done the work, who has already assembled a list that is a small haystack with a lot of needles from me. And is that a commercially available list I can go rent? Hence Craig Simpson's information.
Right.
Is that a list that is compiled somewhere that I can access and sift and sort myself? Is it a composite of a lot of little lists? Right?
So that
I
would
can
be
go
like
make
what Walker talks about.
that I can
joint
go make a
venturing.
deal with
Right,
somebody,
right.
right? So, like our fundraising campaign for the animal rescue farm that I work with. There's commercially available lists. There's also small, privately owned, because they're really a local charity. So who's the local feed mill that people come to and buy feed for their animals? They are likely to be sympathetic to a rescue situation. Can we get the feed mill's customers and then get him to do an endorsed mailing, which is a strategy taught in that system? So there's probably somebody or somebodies who have already done a lot of this heavy lifting for you. But if you must mail or email or whatever into a great big sort of unwashed masses, then it's vitally important to have two things working for you. One, the best possible lead generation magnet that qualifies and disqualifies, so it's very attractive to who you want. Two, a great process for fully monetizing them because you are going to endure some expense and agony in getting them.
Okay, great. So that was from Rob Julian. Let's go on to the next question, which comes from Carter Allen. Wait, Darcy, are you coming?
Are you waving?
Darcy,
What are you doing?
Darcy is waving. Here, we've been talking about Darcy because Darcy's actually in the ultimate lead generation machine. She did the top secret ninja funnels with me there because Darcy's actually the master of funnels. And she's
I've brought my whole computer with me.
What do you got?
That's where I keep all the secrets.
okay.
No, I wanted to share with you guys because we actually got from Rob Julian, who you just answered his question. One of the things that he shared with us about how he started with the newsletter as his first product. About 6 months later, he finally broke down and bought Magnetic Marketing, which we've all seen here. And in less than a year, he came up with an idea, wrote a sales letter based on what you taught him in Magnetic Marketing to his current customers, and he raised $40,000 in revenue to expand his business.
Wow.
Well, if I know he had a good testimonial from him, I would have given him a better answer.
That's right. And so, Rob, can you imagine if Rob, just from Magnetic Marketing, made $40,000? Rob, what you're going to get when you invest in the ultimate lead generation machine?
You better push the damn button.
You better. now Dan is threatening.
Well, there's less than an hour left.
There's less than an hour left, right?
Here we
Exactly.
go.
So, Darcy, and at the break, you said, you didn't think that I was doing a really good job. Thank you very much for coming and saying that. Explaining the value of the swipe, and that this just isn't a big information dump on people. So why don't you talk a little bit about it, because specifically the Ninja funnels.
Absolutely, but before we do that, Rob just let me know that he did buy it. He did push
Rob,
the button. He
there we
pushed
go.
the button
there you go,
yesterday.
Rob.
For
Fantastic.
you.
He was the smart one who pushed it
Good for
yesterday.
you, Rob.
So you wanted me to share a little bit about the Ninja
Yeah,
funnels? Is
yeah,
that what it was?
and the value of it.
Well, to someone like me, these are invaluable. I can't even explain that. But what we did do that a lot of people have been asking some questions about is that we went in here and we not only put the funnel, but we put all of the pieces that are in the funnel. So all of the emails, all of the sales pages, all of the sales letters, all of the postcards, all of the envelopes, the direct mail pieces. So you can see exactly what we sent out, how we sent it out, how we put it in the envelopes, because we all know how important little things like that are, how we address the envelopes, what we write on them, what we put in our emails, where we put our call to actions, all that kind of stuff. So all of those pieces, in addition to the funnel, are all included in this little Secret Ninja, Top Secret Ninja funnel.
No, you got to say it right, though. Say it like Dan says it. Ninja.
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 There you go. That's good. There you go. That's good.
There you go.
The ones that we normally keep hidden under lock and key in my office.
Yeah, and again, it's not just the lead generation; it's the conversion process, because we've
Absolutely.
got a very sophisticated conversion process that you can take and model.
Absolutely.
One of the other things, Dan, is that people are wondering. Thank you, DRC.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it so
Thanks
much.
for having me.
Thank you. So she actually brought some good looks to the
Yes.
to the proceedings here, which we
Yes.
desperately
Yes,
needed.
and she didn't need a makeup artist to prop her up to,
No, she looked good right away,
she
right?
looked good just showing up.
Yeah. So, Dan, I think one of the things that people wonder about is, okay, you're talking about these sophisticated funnels and all of this stuff and the machine and all of that. Someone doesn't have to take and implement the entire thing right away, right?
No, not that that would be harmful.
Right.
I mean, again, to be totally fair about this, if you use parts, right, it's certainly better than not having the parts. But the reason we build a complete machine is because the complete machine
Works.
and
it's
it works
proven.
best.
Right.
Right. What you don't need to do is overly concern yourself with feeling overwhelmed,
Right.
because we fixed that.
Right.
Right. I mean, you can't make this more cut and paste, plug and play.
No.
I mean, what she just described is really, here's the fill in the blank funnel.
Right.
Put something in box A.
That's exactly
Right?
right.
Here's some examples of what can go in box A.
Right.
Put something in box B. Now, if there's 12 boxes and you want to skip 2 of them, and you want to
Or
shorten
start
that,
out,
and
or
you
even
want to
start out
shorten that
with
thing,
start out with 3 of them.
that's
right.
fine.
Right.
Right. I mean, for many years in magnetic marketing, at its core is a 3-step system. First notice, second notice, third notice, right? And often people say, where's the magic in 3? Well, it's because if I tell you 16, everybody goes, I can do 16, right? And I'm selling this thing.
Right.
So, sell 3, show 3, and you can get results with
Which I did.
3.
Right.
I mean, you did.
Right.
He undoubtedly came right out of this, filled in blanks, and
$40,000,
generated his
right.
$40,000 from his own customers. But no one ought run from sophistication and complexity, because that's a key advantage in the marketplace, competitively with consumers, and against commoditization and price suppression and all these villainous things
Right.
that now plague us. I mean, the proliferation of online media is like the ultimate double-edged sword. Right? It giveth and it taketh away. I mean, it has lowered barriers. It has given us all kinds of low-cost media we didn't have before. It has given us ways to split test quicker, faster, cheaper. It gives us a lot. It also creates what you talked about earlier, the Google slap. I mean, it creates this environment where, because it lowered barriers, anybody can get in our game and, in a way, get in our way. So advantage is now more important than ever. And one of the big advantages is if you have people copying you, they'll tend to only copy the first 3 steps.
Right, exactly. All right, so let's go to some more questions here. So we have I think it's from Carter. Carter asks, Let me see here. There's Carter. He says, "Is this all really just theory?" I think we've answered this, but let's go through it. Is this theory, or is this going to actually tell me how to do this?
Carter has been playing Angry Birds while he's been watching us. You know,
I don't know how else to get it across.
it's as far from theory as you can get.
Right.
Right. It is instruction, demonstration, tool. You know, failing, coming there and doing it for him,
Right.
which is a price tag I'm going to guess Carter doesn't want to pay. This is as close as you're going to get.
Yeah, this is as close to done for you as it can be.
By the way, I hate theory.
Right. I know you do.
I
You've never taught theory.
I hate theory.
Right.
You know, I mean, nothing we bring to somebody hasn't been lab rat tested, used repetitively. There's a historical continuity to this that spans not only decades, generations. There's proliferate contemporary examples of what's happening right now. So it's as far from theory as you can get.
Right. And again, you get everything that you could possibly need to make this work for you. Dan's Mailbox Millions training from the live event that he did earlier this year is cutting edge information, advanced information. You get the top secret ninja funnels, which we go over 5 amazing funnels, including the one that you and Matt Zagula did, including the pieces that you guys used to create a $2 million business in 4 to 5 months. As a bonus, you get magnetic marketing. You get online training, not online training, but training from online marketing experts, including Rich Sheffrin, Ryan Dice, Brittany Lynch, Don Crowther, on and on and on and on. You get secrets about how to pick mailing lists. You get everything that you could possibly need. Jeff Walker is including this. And by the way, again, these guys are giving you one thing. Each are giving their top thing, and they're explaining it in detail so you can take and use it. You get hidden secrets for converting email lists to online traffic and leads by Mike Littman. Again, he shows you specifically how to do it. So there's really no excuse for not getting results from this. The only excuse is not ordering it or not doing it. This works. It's worked for literally thousands of people for decades and decades and decades. We guarantee this. If you don't like it, if you don't like the color of the packaging, well, if you don't like the color of the packaging, this is actually the packaging, so
you already know.
You already know.
Yeah.
But if
you don't like the smell of the paper.
If you don't like the smell of the paper, whatever it is, return it within 30 days, and we will give you your money back. In fact, they get to keep some of the bonuses as well. And not exactly remember what that was,
Doesn't matter.
But it is on the page. So again, there's only 30 minutes left to get this. Oh, I forgot about the Info Summit ticket. If you're one of the next, I don't know,
We're below 100.
We're low on it. Say 100. You're one of the next 100 people, because we don't have an accurate count right now. To get this, you're going to get an Info Summit ticket. It's a $2,000. The ticket alone is $2,000. You come to the Info Summit in Nashville. It is the who's who of information marketing. You can't make that one? Then come to the Super Conference. Not a problem whatsoever. You get magnetic marketing. This is a thing that, what was his name, Darce? Rob Julian took this, made $40,000 from sending out a series of letters that were right in there. You get magnetic marketing as a free gift. There's less than 30 minutes left. And why that's important is, yes, this will be available after this program, but what will not be available is the special bonus, because we have Dan here, is the long lost and now classically found Midas Touch direct marketing, Midas Touch selling, and Midas Touch marketing complete programs. I think you sold those for $89 or $99,
I think.
99 each, right? 99 each. So that's a $300 bonus. You get that as a download, but again, that goes away in 29 minutes and 46 seconds. All right, so let's take some more questions here from the folks. Oh, so Dan, so what should the folks do to
push the damn button?
Push the damn button. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. So here we have a question here. If I am not using English as a language in my direct mail, okay, would I still be able to benefit from the samples in the swipe files?
If you can
Training
translate them to whatever
Absolutely you
language
can.
you're using,
Absolutely you can.
Sure, of course you can. Now, if you can't read English, this is a problem.
Right.
But if you can read English and translate it to
Right.
your language, yeah, of course.
And it will probably, as you said earlier, it'll
Well-
probably be even more powerful.
Yeah, and I have over the years I've heard often, well, you know, the American stuff
Right.
really doesn't, and then you see not only does it work, it works
Better.
even better,
Right.
right? I will say something very interesting about that. There's a classic test. It was for the South Beach Diet book sold by Rodale. And they tested to Hispanic lists, right? U.S. citizen Hispanic lists. They tested a Spanish language piece, an English language piece, and a piece with both languages. Okay? Now, with 20/20 hindsight, the outcome is probably obvious. The piece with both languages outperforms either one of the other two. Okay? Even mailed to households where it is known that the primary language being spoken is English,
Wow.
the dual piece outperforms the English piece. I think now, now you get to theory. I think that's because it's a show of respect more than it is anything else.
Wow.
But it's interesting, isn't it?
Very, very interesting. So the answer is yes. I mean, obviously you have to, this is coming from Julian again. He says, this is,
How do you get through here?
I don't know, but here's what it is. The 40,000 I generated was all done in Korean.
There you go. There you go.
That is, folks,
There you
that
go.
is the absolute
There
truth.
you
We
go.
did not make that up.
There you go.
How could we possibly make up something like that?
That's pretty cool.
That is very
Well,
cool.
no, if I was going to make it up, I would have picked a really exotic,
Other than Korean?
other than Korean.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Kardashian.
You know, hey, you know, so Rob should actually, since he's done so well, he should actually probably get 2 of these.
Yeah,
He probably
yeah,
should
yeah.
press
Just
the
push the
damn
damn
button
button
again.
twice.
Again, yeah, push the damn button twice. All right, here's a question. I'm going to leave out the person's name. I don't have a business, and I don't have any money. So basically, the person is saying, I've been floundering around trying
Is
to.
there a bridge anywhere near where you... well, let's take them as...
But they're watching, so they've been
That's
watching
fine.
the broadcast.
So
right.
let's take them as separate
Okay,
questions.
okay.
So the first one's, in some respects, probably applies to more people than does the second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So the first question is hopefully, I want to be in business for myself. I want to find something, and I don't have a business yet. So you could make an argument that pushing the damn button is premature. However, in a sense, this is the business. So, so people confuse all the time their deliverables with the business. Right? So if you ask most people what business are you in, they give you a deliverables answer. Okay? They've even done it in the way they phrased their questions to us all along. I'm in the life insurance business. Right? See, he doesn't like even get. He's in the lead generation and marketing business, and his deliverable happens to be life insurance. Okay? So now somebody who really gets it, if you look at Diana with her pizza business in Canada,
Right.
see, she gets it. She's in the marketing business, and the deliverable happens to be
Right.
pizza, right? So most people confuse deliverables with the business. Really, the money's all in the marketing in every business. And so if you look at the top 1%, if you look at the top 5%, you find that they gravitate more and more to being their chief marketing officer, not being their chief doer of stuff, right? And that they come to understand that deliverables are interchangeable.
Yeah, I
Right?
remember.
Okay, they really are.
Yep.
So if you're going to get into a business and you know you're going to find something to do, and you are determined to become entrepreneurial, or at least to become a small business owner, and you're going to do that sometime in the next 12 months, well, you might as well start right instead of starting wrong. And the way to start right is with the ability to generate, manage, convert, and monetize leads. Because otherwise, you're getting in the business, and now you're going to have to go hunt for this later anyway, right? So like I got a fax yesterday from Craig Simpson, who's in the machine dealing with lists, and it's some client of his that has 19 pet stores, and they're flooding the place with direct mail. Right? Now, it took them a while to get there. If they had the system in place and then opened the pet store, they'd be even further along. So that's my answer to that. The answer to the no money is, having been there, so I always say there's no shame in being without money. There is shame in staying that way because the opportunity is abundant. Abundant. Right? And so if you are broke, you can still use good lead generation magnets, good lead generation skill, and you can use manual labor in order to generate those initial leads. And you can be making money tomorrow. There's unmet needs, unmet interests, and unmet desires everywhere.
You know, Dan, one of the things I just thought of for this person is get this.
Go
and
do it for somebody
Do
else.
it for somebody else.
Do it
Exactly.
for somebody
This
else.
is a
Go do it for
huge
somebody
opportunity. So if
else.
you're
It's a good point. It's a very good point.
Yeah. So
It's a very good point.
if you're looking for an opportunity and you want to really help people, okay, what you do is you get this. This teaches you everything, and it gives you the templates. So you go to the dentist. You go to the local guy.
No less than my friend Jay Abraham made an enormous amount of money by going to small and medium-sized businesses that were doing a very poor job on their back end. And in part, he ran lead generation campaigns into their own customers.
Which is one of the easiest things you could do.
Which is one of the easiest things that you can do. Now, that was before all the media we have, that was before, but there's nothing wrong with that approach to making money. And everybody knows somebody that's got a viable business that works, that is doing a very poor job or not doing lead generation at all. They're doing bridge too far, one reason to come in, so they can step in, generate leads, get paid for the results. It's a very good point.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a business opportunity, this can be it for you. Now, we have less than 20 minutes left in this program, meaning less than 20 minutes for you to push the
Damn button.
Push the damn button and get the extra special bonus that we're only offering right here. The program is step by step. It takes you through it. You've heard countless stories of people who have done it, the results that they've gotten. We totally guarantee this. You've got 30 days to check it out. And again, we have now, it looks like 18, 19 minutes left in this program. So make sure you push the button, you get this, or you go to Ultimate Lead Generation Machine and take advantage of this offer. As you mentioned, it's not going to get better.
No, this is it.
This is it than it is right now. Okay, and the question I have to ask is, if you haven't pushed the button yet, you've been watching, what are you waiting for? You can make 3 investments, so break it apart into 3 payments to make it easier for you. This is, as Dan said, this is your business right here. The ability to attract quality leads and convert those leads into customer, clients, and patients is the entire business. And so this is the thing that you need to take your business to the next level. You know, Dan, it does more than improve. It actually transforms. Because it did more than improve what I was doing. It transformed not only my business, but my life.
See, if they're in business,
Right.
So most people are already, for example, creating sales events. They're already doing that, or they wouldn't be in business. Somebody's coming into their restaurant, sitting down, buying food and eating it. Somebody's coming into their clothing store and buying a suit. Somebody's going to their webinar and buying a course. They already got a sales event, right? They're already going to all the trouble to create that event, deliver that event, make that event happen. Most are at least deficient on one side of it or the other. They're either not generating the best quantity and quality of leads that they could to drive to the sales event, or they're not fully monetizing the unconverted leads after the sales event. If you make a dramatic improvement in either one of those things with this machine, you double income, triple income, quadruple income. Most people who are generating leads, obviously they have more unconverted leads than converted leads, because the best of us are going to immediately convert fewer then we don't.
Right.
And so a machine that now addresses the unconverted lead and manages and monetizes that unconverted lead can, in fact, at least double the revenue and the income to any business.
Yeah, I mean,
So to already be doing and spending money on B and being negligent in A and or negligent in C and leaving it that way, when for $2,000, give or take,
Right.
you can fix that.
Once and
you
for
can
all.
fix it quick.
right.
And you can automate most of it.
Right.
And you can, that's just not smart.
It's just not smart. And I guess the question that you might want to ask yourself if you're sitting on the fence about this is, how many sales do I need to make to make my investment back, to get 5 times my investment back, 10 times my investment back? I mean, Rob just got Magnetic Marketing, which we're including free with this package, $497. We included free, bought that for $497. Sent out some letters, got 40,000 back. And quite frankly, Magnetic Marketing is fantastic, but this is far more comprehensive,
All right.
far more
And
sophisticated.
so hopefully now you'll be talking to us about 400,000.
400,000, yeah, exactly,
Okay.
exactly right.
You're at 15.
We are at
and ticking.
We are at 15 minutes and ticking. Press the damn button. Press that big button. Get this system. It's completely guaranteed. We've got some folks we want to welcome who are new members here. It'd be really great if I could actually see their names, because all I can see is, we have to move it over just. So there we go. We've got Jude from the UK. I just find it fascinating how many folks from international that are ordering this. It seems like a real preponderance of them. We've got Robert from Pennsylvania, Ryan from Michigan, Lee from Canada. Canada's coming on strong here. Vic from Illinois, Miguel from Colorado Springs, Dennis R. from Ohio. Hey, Dennis, congratulations. Alan from Vail, Colorado. Wayne B. from California. And then we have from my home state, actually not my home state, but where I live now, Keitha from Grayson, Georgia. Hey, Keitha, I know where Grayson is. We've got Travis W. from Idaho, and on and on and on. Time is running out. You need to press the damn button to get this program. Listen, the deal's not going to get better. If you want Dan's, again, we sold them $99 each, so it's a $300 bonus. Midas Touch Advanced, Midas Touch Marketing, Midas Touch Direct Marketing, and Midas Touch Selling. And as Dan mentioned, in one of those is the greatest lead generation ad ever written, where I think you actually read through the entire.
I do. I read it.
He
It's
reads
not the print. I read it.
Reads through
because
the.
it's even cooler.
It's hilarious. But it's not only hilarious. You learn from it.
Yeah.
And it's the late great Gary Halbert's full page ad that he put in the paper to generate leads to get a woman.
And it generated thousands.
Thousands.
in LA.
And again, so what Dan does is he reads it, then he goes through and points out the elements of it. So that's what you want to put in your lead generation ad as well. Okay, so we got another question.
So like, if you live like in the United States, you don't want a bunch of Canadians showing you up. So, push the button.
Push the button.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. What do we got?
Here we go. We got another question here. Dan, what is the difference? This comes from Bradley. Dan, what is the difference between Mailbox Millions and unlocking the secrets of direct mail?
Size, scope, sophistication. The unlocking program is essentially like Magnetic Marketing is, in that it is a entry level program. Mailbox Millions, A to Z, soup to nuts, sophisticated, advanced. We had some very smart direct marketers in that room who have since expressed their amazement at how much they got and are sending in, here's the 22 things I did, here's the 6 things I did, here's the 60 things I did. And so it's really about size and scope.
Yeah, and the other thing is that this is not only direct mail. It's
No,
not only
this is-
offline.
no,
This,
it's not just mail.
This integrates online and offline, so you have a stable business, more powerful business, a business that brings you more money. We've got a question from Dr. Bowman. Dr. Bowman asks, I'm a professional service provider, and this seems like it's kind of unprofessional stuff. Can I use this, and can somebody use this who's a lawyer?
Well, they all
doctor?
do.
Right.
Okay. So you would have to you would have to decide what you consider to be professional, right? Now, if you have that as a pretty narrow box, the only ad I'm ever going to consider professional has my picture, a name, and nothing else. I mean, you're in trouble. But clearly, entire niches and leaders of entire niches. So Ben Glass in law,
Dr. Charlie Martin.
Charlie,
who, by the way,
Greg
is a high-end.
Stanley,
Yeah.
Jay in dentistry, Chris Tomczak gets 360 franchised clinics in chiropractic, all driving, first of all, stylistically, our kind of marketing, okay, without feeling like they are all committing professionalism suicide by doing so. And structurally, so now content's one thing, architecture's another. Structurally, there is no professional practice that should not be in the lead generation
They have to be in the lead generation
Well,
business.
no, they don't have to.
Well, if they want to be successful.
They can run, and many do, simply call me after you've had an accident. And so what Ben Glass would tell you, for example, in law, is you can make a living doing that, right? However, what you really want to do is get ahead of the accident so that you have a lead bank and you've captured the money, the client in advance, which allows you also to more effectively bring big cases to you and so forth. So in any professional practice, if what they are doing is one reason to come in, you're ready to get your teeth fixed, your back fixed, your toe fixed, your will fixed right now, they're leaving more outside their range than they are getting, and they would be much better served to create a lead generation machine that drives their practice. You don't give up Harriet, who broke a
Wants to
tooth
come in
off
right now.
today. You don't give
You're
up
plussing
Harriet.
it. You're plussing
You're
it.
plussing it in a very big way.
In a very big way. Guys, I want to do another question. That we have less than 10 minutes left, but I want to do another question. So here comes a question. Which one are you going to give me here? I'd like to ask Dan a question before all this goes away. All right. And by the way, it is going away in about 9 minutes from right now. Will you be able to get this after this program? Absolutely. Will you get a better deal after this program? No. Well,
And you're going to miss a bunch of cool stuff.
And you're going to miss a bunch of cool stuff. So now is the time to press the damn button. Damn button. That's your cue, man. Press the damn
Press the
button.
damn button. Sorry, I was trying to see.
Oh, man.
See
Okay.
if he was an architect I knew. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay. I got it. Okay. Well, it's all right. You've done good. You've done good. Okay. Here we go. As an architect interested in investors who are buying land or have plans to develop or renovate, what are the ideas about attracting or finding such customers? Well,
I mean,
it's the same thing.
of course. So you've just described now something we want to narrow down a little bit, right? We want to narrow down who are they, where are they, et cetera. However, investors who are currently buying land, okay, so a good percentage of them already own land as investors. They're actually quite easy to find. There's lists that can be compiled from public records. There's lists that can be obtained from commercial sources. There's media that they read. Then if we think about investors who may not now be investing in land, but are investing in other things, who can be told the you should be investing in land story, now we can look at somebody like Darren Garman, right, who, if people aren't familiar, longtime member, client of mine. So Darren sells Heartland of America in Iowa, investment property, both commercial and apartment, to both new and veteran investors from all across the country. 80% of his business comes from outside the state that he is in, investing in the state that he is in. He currently controls over 70% of all apartment building transactions that occur in the greater Cedar Rapids area, with again 80% of that to investors outside, all with this. All a lead generation machine using multimedia and using offline to online and online to offline, and all selling from $10 to $100 to $500,000 of investment sight unseen by webinar, teleseminar,
Same thing.
direct mail. Hardly anybody insists on flying in to meet with. And so if you look at that model, you see one version of this machine used very, very effectively to do exactly what he is asked to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna ask you one more important question to close. But first of all, Gus Jojo from Canada says, I pushed the damn button already. Thank you, Gus. Good
Thank you,
job.
Gus. Thank you, Gus. You may leave.
You may,
If you've been waiting to pee, if you've been waiting to pee.
Actually, no, because I've got one more question.
Okay.
I've got one more question, which is really important. I want you to answer. But first, I want to just quickly go over here. And the camera crew's going crazy here. They don't know what's going on.
There's a pile over-
There's a
stuff over
pile
there,
of
too.
stuff everywhere. Okay, so I just want to quickly go through what's in this program. You get Dan Kennedy's Mailbox Millions program. This is from a $3,000 seminar he did earlier this year. DVDs, CDs, but most importantly, a toolkit. Tools that you can take and that you can use. If you're afraid of direct mail, don't know how to use direct mail, after this you'll have a master's level education in direct mail, and most importantly, a master's level education in getting results. You also get the top secret
Ninja.
Ninja funnels. The top secret Ninja funnels. There's 5 funnels that we use at GKIC, along with this swipe file of everything that we do to generate the lead and then convert that lead, turn that lead into money. Because as Dan said, there's a difference between traffic and leads. We're talking about getting qualified leads here and converting those into money, so money in your bank account. And then in addition to that, you are getting a plethora, I don't even know where the stuff is anymore. Here it is over here. You're getting the Online Mastery DVDs. We have some of the top gurus on the planet, including Rich Schefren, Ryan Dice, Brittany Lynch, Don Crowther, on and on and on and on.
By the way,
Jeff
Crowther's
Walker.
a fascinating guy. I talked to Crowther.
Crowther's brilliant.
You know, we did that
Yeah.
on video. He's brilliant. Hell yeah.
You know,
And
he comes from a strong direct response
He comes from
background.
a real strong direct response background.
Absolutely. As does Jeff Walker, by the way. So Jeff Walker, and what these guys are doing is they're teaching you one strategy, their most powerful strategy in great detail, so you follow along, you implement it, you get the results that you want. That is included. Then you get a ton of additional DVDs, The Most Amazing Lead Generation and Top Profit System Ever Invented by Mr. X, The Secret to Mailing Lists That Can Make You Rich by Craig Simpson. A lot of people have been asking, how do I find
Your
these
mailing
people?
list questions. right
Mailing
there.
list questions are all answered right here on this DVD. Then we have how to use dirt cheap postcards. Again, Dan has a client who's making $200,000 a month, sending out nothing but a postcard, driving somebody to a website to convert. Again, that is explained here. We have the Fast Start installation CD. I go through and I take you through the entire program, tell you not only what steps to take, but how to quickly get results. I have a system, because when I get a program, I have a very specific system so I can get results from it. I want to get my investment back tenfold, 20-fold. And then we have the secrets the U.S. Postal System does not want you to know. In addition to that, you are going to get the newest version of magnetic marketing. We sell it for $497. This is the program that literally every single successful member uses, has bought, myself included. Will you hold that for me, Mr. Kennedy?
Yes,
Thank you.
I will.
And
Yes,
this also comes, these are also, I mean, there's just so much stuff here. This is one of my favorite books, by the way. It comes as a bonus, The Ultimate Success Secret in that. And then on top of all of that, Dan is going to be doing 3 live question and answer calls to the people who invest in this system. Push the button, get this program. I'm also going to be doing 3 live bonus question and answer calls. And then a huge bonus that we have for, again, we're really this sounds like it's hype, but it's really not. We are really running low on the Info Summit ticket. You get a $2,000 ticket to come to the Info Summit in Nashville. Dan's going to be presenting a seminar inside a seminar on how to use copywriting for the information marketing business. His special guest is John Carlton. Rich Schefren is going to be there. Yannick Silver is going to be there.
Allie Brown.
Allie Brown
is going to be there. We should have the list in front of us, and we don't.
I
but-
mean, it's name somebody who's a who's who of information marketing. They're going to be there. Let's say you can't make the Info Summit in November. Fine, you can transfer that ticket to the Super Conference, which is coming up next year. And Barbara Corcoran from Shark Tank, and we're actually be doing a live Shark Tank.
We will do a live Shark Tank.
Live Shark Tank there.
We may invest. in someone's
You may invest in someone's business. And then additionally, oh, here they are right here. I'm not even going to show them, but if you order within the next 2 minutes or so, and then we're done, you're going to get an additional $300 bonus, which is Dan Kennedy's Midas Touch Library, direct marketing, direct selling, Midas Touch selling and direct marketing. And again, those sold for $99 each. It was 12 CDs. We've converted them to MP3s. You'll be able to download them, but you need to get it now. And so, Dan, to get it, what do they need to do to get all of this stuff?
Push the damn button.
Push the damn
and
button.
Gus, we apologize, but we happen to know how many are on the call.
That's right.
So we know there's a few bad people who haven't
not-
pushed the button.
Who have not pushed the button.
That's
And so you can see the countdown clock. So, Dan, I've got a question. This is the final question before we break. So push the button. This is your opportunity. Or if for some reason the button's not working, go to ultimateleadgenerationmachine.com. Dan, a lot of the questions that I've noticed come down to this single question. Will this work for my business? Will the ultimate lead generation, and truthfully, it should be the ultimate lead generation and conversion machine. Will it work for my business? My business is different.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Look, everybody thinks their business is different, right? And in some of these categories where that question has been raised, they just aren't paying attention because there's Kennedy/GKIC marketing all through their profession. Yeah, I mean, if you can name a business that should not also be in the lead generation business, I would really like to hear what that is.
Yeah.
And so there's absolutely no reason why anybody can't profitably use, if not every single piece of this, one or more of the systems that make up the machine. The my business is different. The professional thing, my customer client is more sophisticated than the average. See, these are in part ego arrogance, which is not helpful. They are ignorance, unawareness really of what's going on around them, not paying attention to leaders in their fields, or they would already see that the masses in their field are doing one thing and the super successful ones are doing another. And lead generation is where it's at. Furthermore, if you looked at, I'm always amazed that local businesses, small businesses, don't pay attention to what the direct response version of them is doing on a national level. So, you know, if you look at all the mattress store ads, so we just had mattress weekend, right, because it was Columbus Day. Okay? So all the mattress store ads are what we talked about at the very beginning of the broadcast, right? There's single reason to respond. You know, we got mattresses, they're on sale, come on in. What do you see Sleep Number Bed doing? Even though they have brick and mortar locations, they're print, online, broadcast, all doing lead generation. Raise your hand, we'll send you a package of stuff, right? What do you see Tempur-Pedic doing? Lead generation.
Lead generation, right.
And you could go category by category by category, right? So here's the local cosmetic surgeon. What about Lifestyle Lift? They're doing pure lead generation in every media, generating tens of thousands of leads, and then managing and monetizing those leads. So if you just turned around and looked at the national direct response leaders for any business you're in, you would see some version of this being employed by them.
Absolutely. And again, this gives you everything you need. It's a toolkit. It's not just a set of instructions. It's a toolkit with basically fill-in-the-blank stuff that you can take, you can use, you can model to not only generate more leads but convert those leads. Well, this is it. We're going to be going off the air in just a few minutes, so this is your last chance.
We are 4 short of our target.
We are 4 short of
So
our
we are going
target,
to
right.
pick the next 4 people and send a really ugly, smelling, nasty guy to your house.
Right.
If we don't get 4 in the next 2 or 3 minutes.
That's exactly right. So, the question you have to ask yourself as you're watching, tuning into the program, if you haven't invested in the program, why? Why haven't you? I mean, if maybe if you have all the leads that you want, you have all the money that you want, you already have lead generation machines in your
In
business, in place, and they're converting. Remember, there's 2 parts to this
Right.
program.
And they're converting well.
Remember,
and
the
you're fully
second part's
monetizing.
conversion here, Dan. The second part's conversion.
So
right.
if you were just watching for entertainment, that's
Right.
fine.
Yeah, that's fine as well. But really, this is the thing that can absolutely positively, and I don't want to sound over dramatic, but I know, because Dan, this did change my life. This kind of stuff did change my life, and it can do the same for the folks out there. So push the button right now. We're going to be going off there in 30 seconds from right now? So you've got 30 seconds from right now to get this program. Remember, it's completely guaranteed. It's only 3 investments. What is the payment plan that we have on this to make it easy for folks? It's 1 investment of $1,997 or 3 payments of just $697. Really, there's no excuse for you not to get this program. So Dan, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank everybody for watching.
Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. And Dan, tell them one more time what they should do.
Push the damn button.
Push the damn button. Thank you very much, everybody. We're out of here. Thanks, Dan. That was really.
My name's Brittany Lynch. I'm